Part 1. Priya had always been known as the quiet, patient one among her friends, the type who never raised her voice or made a fuss. Her boyfriend, Rajiv, on the other hand, relished the sound of his own voice, especially when it came at Priya's expense. He had a knack for turning even the smallest mistake into a public spectacle, mocking Priya's cooking in front of friends or belittling her career ambitions at family dinners. For years, Priya internalized the pain, convincing herself that things would change, that perhaps she was too sensitive. But the snide remarks and cutting jokes only grew sharper, chipping away at her confidence and sense of self. Part 2. Everything changed one evening when Rajiv, in a fit of anger, launched into yet another tirade, berating Priya over a misplaced set of keys. This time, instead of shrinking into herself, Priya quietly activated her phone's recorder. She started collecting evidence, capturing Rajiv's venomous monologues and cruel jokes whenever they happened. Each recording felt like a tiny act of rebellion, a way to reclaim a piece of herself. As her collection grew, so did her resolve. She realized she wasn't imagining things. Rajiv was as toxic as she felt, and she deserved better. Part 3. The opportunity for justice came during Rajiv's own birthday dinner, surrounded by both families. As Rajiv started to boast about his patience and putting up with Priya, her hands trembled but her voice was steady. "Maybe everyone should hear what you really sound like behind closed doors," she said, plugging her phone into the speakers. One by one, she played the recordings. The room grew uncomfortably silent as Rajiv's harsh words echoed against the walls, his family's expressions shifting from disbelief to disgust. No one could ignore the truth any longer. Part 4. By the end of the evening, Rajiv had stormed out, his carefully constructed image in tatters. Priya's parents embraced her with tears in their eyes, and even Rajiv's mother apologized for ever doubting her. The weight on Priya's chest lifted, replaced by a new sense of freedom and self-worth. For the first time in years, she could breathe easily, surrounded by respect and compassion. She walked away from the toxic relationship, her head held high, finally believing she was worthy of kindness, and finally free to build a life on her own terms.